Welcome back to the sales class, the podcast where we give you the tools to master the art of selling with confidence and success. I have ASHRITH with me, our dedicated learner, Mr. Alex. Hey Alex, how are you doing, man? You just completed a month of this sales class. How do you feel, man?
Really good because I've tried some of those techniques in real life and they work.
Yeah. So shall we start today's session?
Yeah, let's start.
Yeah. So today we are talking a challenge every salesman faces. Handling objection. Objections are not roadblocks, they are opportunities. Let's dive into how you can turn them into the deal makers. So, shall we begin?
Yeah.
Yeah, then let's go.
Handling objections like a pro.
So first, let's understand about objections. An objection is when a prospect expresses doubt or a barrier to moving forward with your offer. Alex, have you ever encountered objections during your pitch?
All the time. At the first objection, it feels like a dead
They
end.
can, but here's the key. Objections aren't always a no. They're often a sign that prospect needs more information or reassurance or shift in perspective.
So I need to give more information.
Exactly. If they weren't interested, they wouldn't engage at all.
The four main types of objections.
There are four main types of objections. Price, timing, need, and trust. Let's break these down. First, price. So, Alex, what do you think prospects means when they say it's too expensive?
It's not about the price, it's about value.
Exactly. Often it's about perceived value rather than the actual affordability. Your job is to connect the price to the benefits they'll receive.
I see. Got it.
Yeah, perfect. Timing objections are when they say, I need to think about it, or it's not the right time. This often means they're unsure or hesitant. Addressing these objections requires urgency or reassurance.
So it's about knowing when to push and when to assure. What about the need?
Okay, and need objections sounds like, I don't think I need this. This happens when the prospect don't fully understand how your solutions solve their problems. And finally, trust objections. And these are when they say, I'm not sure this will work, or I have had a bad experience with, so I don't want to do this. When they say this, requires building credibility and rapport.
Steps to handle objections.
So now let's talk about the steps to handle objections effectively. Here's a simple framework. Listen, acknowledge, explore, and respond. To explain, let's do a role play. Imagine you're selling a project management tool and I say it's too expensive. What would you do?
I'd ask, are you comparing this to something else?
That's common. But first, listen. Let the prospect fully express their concern. And then acknowledge it. You could say, I understand budget is important. And next, explore by asking a question. Can I know what part of the price feels heavy to you? Finally, respond with a tailored explanation. This tool saves your team 10 hours a week, which means it could save you thousands in the long run. How does that feel?
I think if they see how it solves their problem, it shifts from being a cost to an investment.
Exactly. Here is a real life example. I once had a prospect who said, your service is out of budget. And I used the listen, acknowledge, explore, and respond framework. When I asked them what felt heavy, they said they compared our service to competitors. So I highlighted the additional features and support we offer, showing how it will save them money in the long term. And they ended up signing because they saw the value beyond the price.
So once they see the value beyond price, cost feels justified.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mistakes to avoid.
Before we close, let's cover some mistakes to avoid when handling objections. First, Don't argue with the prospect. Arguing creates friction. Instead, stay calm and collaborate. And second, don't jump to conclusions. Always explore the real reason behind the objection. And last and final one, don't ignore the objection. Address it and head on to build trust.
Show them value and shift the focus to build trust, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. So let's wrap up with those 3 action steps for listeners to handle objections like a pro.
Action steps to handle objections like a pro.
First, use the LAER framework to keep the conversation productive. And second, analyze and identify the objection. Is it price, time, need, or trust? And tailor your response accordingly. And last and third one, stay calm, collaborative, and be curious to turn those objections into opportunities. And thank you, Alex, for joining me today. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, objections aren't deal breakers. They're just part of the process. If you handle them right, they actually bring you closer to sale.
Perfect. Well said. Next week, we'll be discussing about closing techniques that seal the deal. So don't miss it. If you find this episode helpful, share it with your friends and leave us a review. And until the next time, keep closing those deals.